آياته فهو الكريم المنزل وقل قال الله جل جلاله والمصطفى الهادي ولا أتأول.
Yeah, it was narrated that Abdullah ibn Amr, when he slaughtered a sheep, he would say, have you presented a portion of this gift to our Jewish neighbor? Have you presented a portion of this as a gift to our Jewish neighbor? He said, I heard the Messenger sallallahu alaihi wasallam say, Xhibril advised me to be kind towards the neighbor so much that I thought I would soon be giving him a percentage of my inheritance. Yeah, we have that. We have more. We have plenty more on how just Islam was when kuffar were under the Muslim rule, and how just they were treated, and how compassionate Muslims were towards them. Ibn Hajar said this neighbor here is a neighbor who's a Muslim or a kafir, a worshipper or a fasiq, a friend or an enemy. That was his definition of a neighbor. In Sahih al-Bukhari, Umar al-Faruq radiallahu anh, on his deathbed, advised whoever takes leadership after him. He said, I recommend and advise whoever comes after me to abide by the rules and regulations concerning the dhimmis. Who are the dhimmis? The non-Muslim, the kafara, the ones that are protected under Muslim rule. To fulfill, he said, their contracts completely. And to fight for them and not to overburden them. What civilization? What justice is this? The leader Umar said, don't burden them beyond their capabilities. While he's on his deathbed, advising who? On dhimmis, non-Muslims under Muslim rule. Islam teaches the globe what civilization is. And they teach the globe what justice is. In Kitab al-Kharaj li Abi Yusuf, Khalid ibn al-Walid radiallahu anh wrote to the people, or the governor of Iraq during Abu Bakr's time, and like it in Kitab al-Amwal al-Qasim ibn Salam, a similar statement that Umar ibn Abdul Aziz wrote to the governor of Basra. Different leaders, different levels, different eras and occasions, but with the same justice, with the same principles, because they all came from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. They both had similar statements in saying, any weak pertaining to Ahl al-Dhimma, any weak which is non-Muslim living under Muslim rule, any weak or older man who can't work or is poor in any way, or was rich and became poor, if the people of his faith begin to deem him as someone who's worthy of donations, and they give him donations, don't take any jizya from him anymore. And give him from the house of the Muslims along with everyone he supports. In Sahih Bukhari, a young Jewish boy used to serve the Messenger sallallahu alaihi wasallam. He became sick and the Messenger went to visit him. And the Messenger sat near his head sallallahu alaihi wasallam, and he asked him to embrace Islam. The boy looked at his father, and the father said, Ata' Abul Qasim, listen to the Messenger sallallahu alaihi wasallam. And he embraced Islam. The Messenger sallallahu alaihi wasallam came out saying, praise be to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala who saved the boy from Jahannam. Alhamdulillah alladhi anqadhahu min an-nar. In Sahih Bukhari. Also, Asma bint Abi Bakr, in Sahih Bukhari and Muslim. She said, my mother came to visit me when she was a mushrika, a non-Muslim. So she asked the Messenger sallallahu alaihi wasallam, can I have a relationship with her? Are we allowed to? He said, yes, keep good relationship with her. Nawawi said, that's proof that you can visit and have relationships with mushrik relatives. The Quran is clear on that. وَوَصَّيْنَا الْإِنسَانَ بِوَالِدَيْهِ حُسْنًا وَإِنْ جَاهَدَاكَ لِتُشْرِكَ بِي مَا لَيْسَ لَكَ بِهِ عِلْمٌ فَلَا تُطِعْهُمَا. Just like that is the permissibility of the marriage of a kitabiyya, a Christian or Jewish woman. Or like the statement of Ibn Hazm, Al-Qarrafi related that Ibn Hazm said, if we have people in Dhimma non-Muslims under Muslim rule. And people come to our lands, waging war at them, or wanting to take one of them out. Non-Muslim army coming to attack an individual who's a non-Muslim, under Muslim rule. Kuffar army coming to invade to get a kafir under the protection of the Muslim. He said it's wajib upon the Muslim to go out and fight and die, not letting that happen, to protect who is in the protection of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala and the messenger, because surrendering them is not fulfilling the covenant of the dhimma. Why do I mention this? You find the modernists in the murji'ah, munafiqeen, they dig deep to pull out one of these stories or narrations or similar other ones like this, to attempt to demolish the mighty principle of wala and bara. And I explained a lot of this and how it doesn't conflict in our tawheed classes. There's hate without a doubt, but without oppression. As Abdullah ibn Rawaha simply put it, if anything, that shows how just our deen is. When the Jews came to the Messenger sallallahu alaihi wasallam to judge among them, he told Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala told them, "In hakamta fahkum bainahum bil qist, inna Allah yuhibbul muqsitin." If you judge in equity between them. They take those out of context, thinking they pulled something in the books ulama and sahaba didn't know about, and they try to use these stories to distort or dilute the true meaning of wala and bara, or attempt to cancel wala and bara by one of these stories altogether. But Islam is taken as a whole and they don't conflict. I mentioned many times before in detail in tawheed classes how they don't conflict with the wala and bara. This deen is taken as a whole.